Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency and Wally Hatchett's Comfort Food and Drinks at 6439 Summer Avenue.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this June 11th, 2022. And you know this is second Saturday, so we do have the regular Wong here, RW, not the bonus Wong that we have on the fourth Saturday.
Good morning, everybody.
There he is, the man.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
He's not sure what day it is and where he is.
Every day is Saturday for me.
He travels so much, man. He has a different hat on, different shirt on every week. But, hey, we're going to talk crappie now. You know that with Ron.
Crappie and catfish.
Crappie and catfish.
And great information.
Yes, and nobody can tell us better than that. And, I know this guy he's been doing it a long time. He and his wife, Sue, they fish together. He has all these different magazines, Crappie Now. Now he's got Catfish Now, 25 years in the Air Force, all these different kind of things. And then I go back and I find out that Dannenmueller's was taught fishing by his grandma, and that just enthused.
That's so cool.
That's just cool, man. I mean,
that's cool.
When Grandma wasn't ironing, when Grandma wasn't washing clothes or cooking for him, what'd she do, Dan?
I'm going to tell you, she did the washing on Monday.
There it is.
The ironing on Tuesday.
All right.
Wednesday through Saturday we fished.
Wednesday through Saturday they fished. They took Sunday off to go to church, of course, but.
We did. And sometimes we go fishing after church.
Afterwards.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, let's talk about what's so dear to your heart and dear to Ron's heart and my heart here. This thing with crappie fishing and catfish now. These magazines, folks, I've written a lot of magazine stories over the year and had them in my hand. It took me a little while to get used to the electronic side. But, Dan, we've got a new era now, don't we, as far as getting the information out. Talk about that.
We do. The world we're on now is about phones, tablets, mobility.
Yes.
Reading quickly, short stories, but hitting the points, videos with how-tos, and teaching people how to fish, no matter what their age.
And you've done that over your career, and you and your wife both. And Ron has known this, that your knowledge, I always remember Bill Dance always told me, yes, he can entertain, but he wants to educate. And I think Ron is an educator. I look on you as an educator. Do you see that side to it?
Oh, absolutely. And, the magazines, online magazines now, like Crappie Now and Catfish Now, that Dan has out, they're chock full of information, the how-tos, results of tournaments, how did they do it, a lot of videos and everything else. And Dan, talk a little bit about the content of Crappie Now and Catfish Now online.
Yeah.
Oh, certainly can, guys. And I want to tell you, both of you are excellent educators and writers and media people, and that's exactly what we draw upon for content in our magazines, and on our videos and our pictures and our diagrams, and we draw from the best professionals in the world. Each magazine, Crappie is published on the 1st, and Catfish is published on the 15th, and it is virtual, both in the web and in social media. And in that, we share content for that period of time. So if it's the 1st of June, it's going to be about June fishing.
Okay.
And then we also look at trying to write across the country. So we may do articles of Florida when it's really, really great fishing in Florida in the springtime, January and February. And then we'll migrate, as the season migrates further north and the spawn migrates further north. And by the way, the one thing that we've taught and I've learned is that, crappie fishing really doesn't stop in April or May.
It doesn't, not anymore. Yeah.
Not anymore.
And that used to be the trend. Everybody would stop fishing, for crappie and then catfish kick in. Of course, they always thought of catfish only being in the May to, August, September time frame,
Right.
And by the way, they bite all year long because they got to eat all year long.
They do, yeah, like us. I don't quit eating at a certain time of the year. I mean,
that's right.
It's we always had that thing about, well, you only catch crappie in the spring and you catch crappie in the fall, but now, and you've seen the evolution, as Ron has seen the evolution of how crappie is now, and that's why you call it now. I guess I really like the name of it, crappie.
Exactly,
now.
It is.
Yeah. And I don't know how you came up with that name and catfish now, but when you say now, we're talking about today. I mean,
that's right.
That's right, Larry.
And Dan,
and it was done on purpose that way.
Yeah. And you talk about that, but you also, just like any other publication that's out in the world now or anywhere, but you also have sponsors that are really true to the sport of fishing too.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about some of those sponsors.
I'm going to tell you what, they're the best in the industry, and so we try to target with the sponsors in those magazines with the best products that are the most reliable, and clients like that are sponsors of this are B&M poles, the oldest in the industry of poles.
Yeah.
And Bobby Garland crappie baits, which is the best. Garmin electronics, and the list goes on and on. Offshore tackle and Driftmaster rod holders, and Bass Cat bass boats. It's and then the marine dealers and all the people that are very key to our industry of crappie, catfish, and even bass.
Yeah.
But they are all sponsors in this magazine, and for an important reason. They have stories to share as well.
Yes, they do.
And so, and so that story talks to how did they evolve to that point, and why are products where they're targeted where they are now, and putting them in the hands. So we try not to be infomercials in our magazine at all. And so everything is targeted to the fishermen and being able to relay that message that includes products from these sponsors and sometimes even others like Crappie Magnet and other companies that have come along very, very well. And we've also expanded in the last. We try to change with the times.
Yeah,
I guess is the best way to talk to it.
Right.
And we've changed techniques, but yet old techniques still work.
Yeah.
So the key here is like we've put an electronic section in there by Brad Wiegman.
Yes, you do.
And we've put in
great guy. He knows his fishing. Yeah.
He does know his stuff. So, and then we just added Lindsay Lucas, Lindsay is 15 years old.
What?
Phenomenal writer.
15 years old.
Yeah.
15 years old.
Oh.
And now we designated a new section in the magazines called Real Deal.
Uh-huh.
And she is going to write every month on that. And it's targeting bringing kids and telling kids how to fish in the industry.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty amazing. We're talking to the man they call Crappie Dan. Okay, man, Dan Dannenmueller. He's with Crappie Now and Crappie Catfish Now. Owner of Knowledge Management Solutions, which you just shortened to KMS because you can't get that and his name on a shirt, so you got to do that.
That's right.
So the man who knows crappie is called Crappie Dan. That's what
right.
I do it. And
talking about that, you just had a media camp here a month ago, Dan. And one of the things that you did at that media camp,
what was that?
That I was very fortunate to be able to attend, but the last full half day, was spent with kids.
Oh,
and these were kids that half of them had never been fishing in their life.
Cool.
They got a rod and reel, a little tackle pack and everything, and a bunch of wonderful information going out with the pros and everything else. Dan, talk about why is it so important that we all do this? Yeah.
It's our future.
Ron,
right?
You're right on. Thank you, Ron. You're right on. And Larry and the public out there, to all you listening out there, the future are our kids.
Yes, they are.
And the future of our fishing is our kids. And the freedom to be able to fish public waters
Yes.
Whether on the bank, on a kayak, or a canoe, or a flat bottom boat, or a big boat. No matter how you do it.
Yeah.
You know, wading boots, whatever way you do it.
Yeah, I've seen Ron do that.
And I tell you, and obviously you read my editorial on growing up, and and all that. For everybody out there, how I grew up was cane poles. I mean, my grandma had a car. Gosh. We didn't have a pickup truck.
No.
So she tied those to the roof of the car, and off we went with you know, buying our bamboo poles, and when they broke, we got new ones.
Yes.
And all it had was nylon old line tied to those things.
Yep.
And and great big hooks. So I had to find little hooks, and the reels back in those days and rods were steel.
Yes.
They you know, I still have them. I have her rods and reels. They gave them to me after she passed.
Wow.
And
Dan, not to interrupt you on that.
We got 2 minutes.
We've only got about 2 minutes.
2 minutes, Rod's saying.
And,
I'll let him interrupt you.
And here's the thing that we need. I want you to tell our listeners.
Yeah, tell them where they.
How do they access and where can they see Catfish Now and Crappie Now?
Go up either on the web, which is www.crappienow.com or catfishnow.com.
Okay.
Or go to our social media sites in 4 channels.
Yes.
On the same thing, Crappie Now and Catfish Now, and it's free to the readers.
Free.
That's
to use.
What
the
I was
sponsors pay for it.
Free. And you know, we got to get out of here. But I looked down there and I said, "This guy caught a 3.27 pound crappie." That's just we're talking to a guy. But I guarantee you, he didn't use that cane pole for that. Okay, I want to make sure that we find out that Dan was not using the cane pole for that one. Dan, we appreciate
B&M poles.
B&M poles. Well, I cut my teeth on B&M poles, and I cut my teeth on a long time ago. Dan, thank you, buddy. Tell Sue, your wife, hello for us. Always good to talk to you. Kind of helps me boost my morale to talk to you on this Saturday morning, buddy. So have a great one.
All right, buddy.
We'll stay in touch. We'll talk catfish next time. Is that all right with you, Ron?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Dan. We'll take a break now on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Be right back.